Hello, hello. Ayan. Nag-love shoutout call me Kat Italy, Sunlight Canada Channel, and Sandra Beth Vlog. Disney Princess ni Tita, ayan. Dayan Channel and Inside Art. Miss Julie, mega love shoutout Miss Julie. Yan. Yes, sa Laborte, mega love shoutout. Yan. Pinakat ng jacket, yes, sa Laborte. Nine million viewers, mega love shoutout. And 3 million viewers kay All Sports Colong. Oo, silent lang yan. Shoutout ko lang muna kayo saglit. Silent widows. Miss Julie, tapos na ba yung ano mo? Sus the Tix, yes! Sus the Tix in the house. Mega love shoutout, Sus the Tix. Diyan po si Miss Julie yan. Dikitan niyo po yan kung gusto niyo pong malaman kung paano para wag ma-demonetize yan. Dikitan niyo yan si Miss Julie. Sus the Tix, kamusta ng puso mo, Sus the Tix? Ang sakit pa rin, host. Ayan. Uminom ka ng gamot. Resetahan kita. Aspirin tsaka Yakapsul. Sus the Tix, ayan. Makipagtikitan ka dyan kay Miss Julie yan. Malaking channel niya si Miss Julie. Sus the Tix. Wow naman, Sus the Tix. Talaga naman, nagpalipad pa si Sus the Tix, oh. Thank you so much, Sus the Tix, ayan. Saan mo nga ba mabibili yan? Papatayo ko pa lang yung pharmacy para doon sa mga biyak na puso eh. Sunlight Canada Channel. Ayan. Ayan. Sunlight Canada. Di na ba?
Padala na lang muna kita na ambulansya dyan. Papadala muna kita sa ospital, Sustatix. Five million viewers, mga love, shout out.
Sustatix, wala ka bang live ngayon? Si ano nga pala naka-live? Si Nardra Morta.
And maraming salamat naman sa support, Miss Sustatix.
Sustatix po ay from Canada. Ayan. Sustatix, magbaba ka ng bahay mo nga dyan.
Teka lang, ako na pala magbababa ng bahay mo. Wait lang, Sustatix.
natin hindi siya i-erase ni Lolo.
3 million viewers, big love shout out.
Ayan, salamat din sa'yo, Sus the Tix.
Remains the same.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is just what I wake up and do.
But his comportment is angry. He's taking it out on the rim. Payne rejected. DeAndre Jordan was having none of it.
Timing, the touch. Every time you say pain, it goes pain, not pain.
Jump shot doesn't go for Booker. And once again, Torrey Craig has been a thorn in the net side with another rebound and bucket. 58-49. He's got 9 points, came in averaging 4.5 per game. Durant turns the corner and lays it in. (58-51), 2 minutes to play, first half. Payne using the screen. Ayton. Johnson trying to recover. Payne missed it. Rebound snatched by Jordan.
That's going to be important as the game continues on, whether it's been Ayton, you see it in Craig, offensive rebounds by the Suns have hurt Brooklyn.
Johnson goes cross court for Green. Shot clock is down to 10. Kyrie lines it up. Bottom. A straightaway tray. Kyrie Irving has 24 first half points. The Nets trail by 4. Booker makes his move. Durant doesn't bite. Lob it up. Ayton couldn't handle it. And Irving is running the floor. Kyrie needs a lot of help. No, he doesn't. Jeff Green is underneath and Kyrie Irving hits him right in the hands.
Well, so hang time.
A 7-0 spurt for Brooklyn. Under a minute to play. Torrey Craig is feeling it. $12 points for Craig. He went to USC upstate. That's South Carolina upstate. In Spartanburg. Durant. He went to Window University. The way he uses that glass.
Starting to cook.
KD has logged 7 minutes. He scored 9 points. 10 to shoot. 22 seconds to play, second quarter. Irving switches out on Booker. Shot clock down to 4. Jump shot doesn't go for Bridges. They don't have to rush it here. Nets can hold for 1, and they will with Durant. 6 seconds left. Clear out. Durant got a body. Got it to 1 as we hit halftime. Standing by, Michael Grady. Frank guys, a breakdown of this first half. A look around there. Brooklyn at the Nets end the quarter on a 16-5 run.
Strong finish. You see the take by Durant. He doesn't get it to go, but DeAndre Jordan there to help out a friend.
It's time.
Well, that is a perfect transition, Michael, because number 7 will be out there to start this second half. One discrepancy. We went to break. It was 61-60. And a point has disappeared for the Nets. Now 61-59. We can comb through the play-by-play to see where that point may have gone. Well, the Nets are down by 2 to start the third quarter. Chris Paul gives it up to Booker. Off-balance jumper is good. Devin Booker can score in a hurry.
And that's a tough shot because, the reach that Kevin Durant has on that contest to be able to shoot it over isn't easy.
Joe Harris, first points of the day on his first shot of the second half. It's a 3. 63-62. Suns. Switch. Ball against Durant. Durant now matched up with Ayton. Baby hook is good. DeAndre Ayton is feasting. 12 points, 10 rebounds for the third-year big. Irving gives up his dribble. Bullet feed for the Harris pull-up. Rims out. Jordan tips it in.
It's been so nice to see how active DeAndre Jordan has been on the offensive glass, following up some of those looks. Another great cut off the ball by Joe Harris to relieve Kyrie Irving.
That's for two. Devin Booker, foot on the line. Jordan has 10 rebounds to lead Brooklyn. Nets and Suns are all locked up in that category, 24 apiece. Durant mismatch with Paul. Irving gets a clean look. Book it, a three.
Beautiful play. And Chris Paul yelling at his teammate, Mikal Bridges, about getting lost off of that, but it was a nice back screen. Irving.
Paul. Ball movement leads to a 67. On the rim.
Feeling a little bit more rhythm, connectivity, and a fluid offense. And that all starts with being able to have a more up-tempo pace for Brooklyn.
Paul has a matchup with Harris. Ayton setting a screen. Switch. That means Harris has to deal with Ayton. Chris Paul falls down and still connects for three. Durant one-on-one with Paul. Durant comes up short. Ayton clears. Paul lob. And the lay-in for Ayton. Set up beautifully by the perennial All-Star. Four-time assist leader, six-time steals leader in his career. Irving, body from Paul. Irving, the fake, the lefty bank for Kyrie Irving.
That's so silly, too, because you saw how physical Chris Paul was bodying up into Irving. And Irving just bait you in until he realizes that he can spin for an open.
29 points for Kyrie. Another switch. Harris trying to deal with Ayton. Double team from Shamet. Short pop, high archer. Bridges gets the roll. And the Suns are hot.
Yeah, say this much out of the case. Phoenix is hitting some.
Layup doesn't go down. And the ricochet ends up off of Phoenix, out of bounds. Chris Paul is beside himself.
Well, you got isolation with Kevin Durant, but look at that screen by DeAndre Jordan. Paul would say, what you
still hits the fade. Chris Paul's not going to go get the ball. It's 74-73 in this quarter. Both teams shooting it well. The Suns exceptionally. 6 of 7. Paul to the corner. Jumps and swing. Bridges looks inside. They get Ayton a touch. Digging at the ball, Shamet and Harris. Booker doesn't take the three. Instead, he will miss the pull-up. And the rebound grab.
Rotations.
Durant. Kyrie, tight defense there from Paul. Kyrie working, fading, off. Jordan taps it out for Johnson. The Suns are running. Paul draws Shamet on the perimeter. Ayton sets the screen. Paul protecting. Shamet. Ball bounces up in the air, and that was off of Johnson, out of bounds. Let's take over.
It's a nice defense off that possession by Landry Shamet, because Chris Paul was trying to keep him on the backside to create room. And you You saw how quickly he used his footwork and his speed to get back in front.
Hit the 7-minute mark of this third quarter. Net 52% shooting. Durant is fouled before he got to the rim for a shot attempt, and Chris Paul will accept the foul.
With the officials, the ball clearly off Kyrie Irving, and probably not the time or the best use. I want to hold on to that one.
Durant against Paul. Durant makes his move and slams. Attack mode for Kevin Durant. 75-74. Durant has 13 points in 13 minutes. Booker, left hand sweeping move for Devin Booker. Booker now with 19. Irving drives in, draws the defender. Shamet got a three. Landry Shamet. And the Nets will take a timeout. The Nets have made their last 5 threes, and we are knotted up at 78 apiece.
Getting chippy, some really physical play between Kevin Durant and Chris Paul. And then Durant just goes to work. Blows by CP3, throwdown.
of the timeout. Irving drains it.
And going back to everything Steve Nash said, this has been such a pressing question. It is something that has received a large amount of national attention throughout the course of the past few weeks and will continue to. And at the end of the day, it is just out of the Nets. What's most important?
Devin Booker, an open look at a three as Shamet backed off.
And a lot of the result we've seen now from top to bottom in this roster in many ways. I feel like that is just as important for so many throughout the season.
The Nets streak of 3-point gets it ahead. Booker has scored 22 for Phoenix. A mysterious point from that first half that went away. But he only went one out of his, and the James point that was on the board. I did not.
Combing through?
I was not involved. I'm just reporting the news. Mike James was given a point that should not have gone on the board, and that's what in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin in that first half, 7 points in 10 minutes of action. Durant on the bench. He has logged 14 minutes. The Nets have Green, Shamet, Irving, Griffin, and Johnson. The Suns have Bridges, Ayton, Booker, Craig, and Payne. And a miss from Devin Booker at the line. Griffin watched by Ayton. Irving comes to the ball. He's got Craig on him. Corner. Tyler Johnson. Count it for three.
The fact that Tyler Johnson has missed the last 10 games and has come back and had such a bounce, hit some critical shots, he's not made too many.
Defensive breakdown there for Brooklyn. Nobody home against Mikal Bridges. And a delay of game warning against the Suns after the Bridges lay-in.
This Phoenix team has the 5th highest efficiency in defensive rating, and you could see why. Look at the pressure and denials.
Johnson. Yes, sir. What a lift. Johnson has come back and looked as good as new after missing 10 straight games. Booker sizing up Shamet. Griffin ranges over on a double team. They try to send it inside for Ayton. Green rotates over. Griffin is lurking. Ayton comes up short, and a foul called on Jeff Green. KD is at the scorer's table. So is Frank Kaminsky. Right now, you can scan the QR code on the screen to enter for a chance to win one of 15 custom sneakers from the Modelo Nets collaboration. No purchase necessary.
Ooh.
Well, that's worth a scan, no?
Without a doubt.
You're a sneakerhead, aren't you?
I love sneakers, yeah. I also like Modelo, so.
Oh, wow. In
good
which order?
Which
one more if you're on a deserted island?
Probably the sneaker. Well, if I'm on a desert island, I don't need shoes. So that is an easy answer.
See, let me finish the question. You were ready to jump with your answer.
I know.
So Kevin Durant checking in. Nets are at 69% in the third quarter. Little blood for Tyler Johnson. That's the stoppage right now. So the problem, while the Nets have shot nearly lights out, the Suns have been better. 77% from the field. So, we're ready to resume. The Nets and Suns will shake that thing. That's more in my strike zone.
Look, essentially everything is in the strike zone.
Another one for Ayton. We are tied at 86. This one is living up to the billing. 3:45 to go in the third. And a whistle stops play. Foul is called in the corner. Torrey Craig defending Kevin Durant. But it's DeAndre Ayton picking up the personal on the outside. Kaminsky now will check in. He had the shooter.
Phoenix is making sure the Nets feel that.
Cut. Durant, pull up. Count it.
It touches.
Kaminsky, 5 to shoot. Hit the 3. Green to the 6. And Durant steps in front.
Kevin Durant, quick backdoor cut. What a move. Excellent pass. That beautiful stroke that we love to see back on the floor again. And then Jeff Green just dicing up the defense. Nets take a 4-point lead.
Brought to you by Barclays Center. Nets have a whole bunch of road games coming up in Tampa on Tuesday on Yes to meet the Raptors. Looking for revenge. Indiana on Thursday before heading home for a quick pit stop in Brooklyn against the Portland Trail Blazers on Friday. And then road. Milwaukee. For 7 of their next 8 will be away from home. Time for the playoff picture brought to you by DoorDash. Get more from your neighborhood. Nets maintain a 1-game lead over Philadelphia. We know the 76ers own the tiebreak. Milwaukee has very much entered the picture out of the top spot.
It makes it even more critical considering the games at Milwaukee. And with all 7 games remaining for the Nets, the thing that you notice is that in some way, shape, or form, there's such a good amount of significance and importance for each team and each game, especially with the new playoff formatting and 7-2-10 seeds and the play-in game. So it's going to make it interesting, that's for sure.
Sarah, the Nets are up to 57% shooting. They lead by 4. Out of the timeout, Kaminsky, 7 to shoot. Hands to Booker, one-on-one with Griffin. Booker hoists it up and draws the foul. So free throws here for Devin Booker. 86%.
Griffin, a little bit in the body there, but gets the arm. Yeah, right there. Guide hand.
24 points for Devin Booker. Just 24 years old. Grand Rapids, Michigan, better than 25 points per game, including this season. 3 straight seasons. Chris Paul back in. Booker hits on a pair.
And it is crazy. I mean, his 6th year in the league, but 24 years old. Sometimes you need that reminder of still how young he is and the levels that he has the potential of getting to.
Green in a matchup with Johnson, 90-88. Easy money. Sniper. A 3. Kevin Durant has 18 points in 16 minutes. Booker. Stop and go. Over Griffin for 2.
You're looking for that matchup every time.
27 now for Devin Booker. Griffin fires. Connects a 3. '96, 90 Nets. .14 from three-point territory. They've made 9 of their last 10 from downtown. Harris, swing. Durant, drive, had it taken away.
That looked clean to me. Comes in, all ball, gets in front, and Booker just falls.
That is short from Booker. Nets up by 6. Durant watched by Craig. Durant, zigzag move, over Kaminsky. He's fouled. Frank Kaminsky automatically looking for the review from the Suns bench. So KD will shoot a pair.
Take a look. Oh, you got a case. I mean, you're allowed to high five there. The only question would be is if Kaminsky got underneath the airspace in allowing Durant to land.
Kevin Durant, 16 points. There is such an efficiency in how he goes about his business. Even just the economy of motion is directly connected to what he's trying to do. Suns will hold for 1. Paul for Johnson. Down to 3 seconds. Johnson a three. No good. Ayton gets it. Somehow that would have counted. But we will go to the fourth. A good one in Brooklyn. The Nets 97, the Suns 92 on yes. The season with the Toronto Raptors. Raptors 2-0 against the Nets so far. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock. Ryan Rucco, Sarah Kustok, Michael Grady. They've got you covered on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Goes right to work to open up the fourth.
They tried to send the second man at Durant. No one could even keep up with him. He gets himself deep enough. He's got easy bank.
21 points in 18 minutes for Kevin Durant. Paul, swing it to the outside. Torrey Craig, off the rim, no good. Jeff Green with the board. Durant, oh yeah! A straightaway three for KD.
God, we feel the same way. I mean,
a minute gone by the fourth quarter. Ayton one-on-one with Green on an island. Her drives in, runs.
what a nice defensive possession. But let's go back to the offense. Kyrie Irving off the seat, grabbing. Oh, look at that. Key. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's hard to believe. But Kai, we do the same things when you do that.
Durant trying to break away. Griffin hands it to Shamet. Loop it for Durant. Triple team with 3 defenders in the area. Griffin looking for a soft spot. Kick it out. Shamet, shot clock winding down. He doesn't know it, or it's not going to matter. Too late.
Zone look by Phoenix, and yeah, a little bit too late. Maybe a lack of recognition of where the shot clock was at in your ball movement and body movement.
From the corner, Carter misses on the 3 ball. The Nets are at 58% from the field. Kevin Durant was the 10th man today for the Nets. 10th net player in. He's got 24 points in 20 minutes. What about 6th man of the year? Kyrie Irving will check back in, and Phoenix will counter with Mikal Bridges.
You calling it 10th man of the year?
10th man of the year.
You
right now.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, give him the trophy. Torrey Craig will sit. Suns have gotten physical with Blake Griffin. Durant makes his move. Pull up. Off the front of the rim. And Chris Paul secures the rebound.
There's still obviously a lot of time left in this game.
Lob. Ayton tried to guide it. Foul called. Shamet was down there. They've gotten that quite a bit with Ayton against a smaller player time and time again.
It was part of the switching scheme of the Nets, and the Suns are doing everything they can to exploit it.
They are not going to give him shots. It'll be on the side for Phoenix. Second personal on Shamet. Paul triggers in for Johnson. 10 to shoot. Paul, cross. Fade. Money. 102-94 Nets. Chris Paul now with 9 points and 6 assists. Durant. Long, and he's fouled by Durant.
A couple areas to keep in mind that overall the Nets have done a nice job. One has been taking care of the basketball. So had a few turnovers early on, but since then, throughout the course of this game, they've had less miscues that have allowed these runouts for Phoenix. And additionally, they've done a better job on the defensive glass, but absolutely have to be aware of that considering how the Suns have been attacking.
Hey, Nets fans, single game tickets for this season are on sale. Don't miss your chance. Holders for non-vaccinated fans, any required game day testing will continue to be provided at no additional cost. For more info, visit brooklynnets.com. 1 out of 2 for Bridges, 83% shooter. Kevin Durant is on the bench. 21 minutes. Steve Nash asked before the game, he said, hey, look, he's not going to play 30 minutes today. That much they do know. They just have to sparse out the minutes correctly.
Anticipate he'll be in those closing minutes.
Kyrie against Carter. Back in, bucket. Irving knew exactly what he wanted on that possession. 34 for Kyrie Irving. He is 10 of 14 from the field. Ayton the catch in traffic, 3 Nets. Carter, the Nets will live with this. And that's why. Tapped out. Carter misses again. Javon Carter has not shot it well. He is 1 of 7. All his attempts from three-point territory. Griffin, like a locomotive. Chance at a 3-point play. Blake Griffin is all pumped up.
So is the bench. Getting a lot of love. You see here, right up the middle, strong take, the swipe by Ayton to give him
Durant for two. This is on automatic right now. Kyrie has 10 assists.
I mean, Durant's on automatic, but then you got threats all over the floor. That's the problem. Griffin's been knocking down some threes. You got Joe Harris, Jeff Green. I mean, that's where this is the same thing we've talked about through the course of the season when you start. On who they're going to leave open.
That is the fourth team foul against Brooklyn. Personal foul on Blake Griffin. We have not seen Mike James in the rotation in this second half. He played 7 minutes in the first half. TLC has not played at all. Tyler Johnson has taken up some of those minutes in the backcourt. 15 minutes for Johnson. Joe Harris is 1 of 5 from the field. Landry Shamit's 2 of 5. Durant to Harris. Drive in, missed it, follows it home. Sticking with the play, Joe E. Buckets.
Joe E. everything. He's coming at you.
115 to 99. Booker against Green. Wants a little more room to work with, and a foul called out front on the screen set by Craig.
Joe Harris showing off some handles, downhill drive, 2 on him, doesn't get it to go, but cleanup duty.
Timeout, Brooklyn. The ball. Blake, the handle. Harris, the finish.
And strong hold by Blake in controlling that transition.
The flush from Devin Booker right down the middle.
A nice response by Booker. You saw Paul trying to tap it from behind at a variety of points during that.
Double team comes from Bridges. Griffin flips it behind his head for the Harris three. And it's rebounded by Paul. 4 minutes to go. Nets are up by 13. Booker. The drive in on Griffin, and he traveled.
Just an excellent, again, defensive possession. Blake Griffin with the quick hands pushing. Look, Paul's trying to get him from behind. Nice strong dribbles, passing to Joe Harris up ahead, running the floor.
Irving. Pullback. Saved by Griffin. Green swings it. Let's get new life on this possession. Craig trying to stick with Durant. Goes down, saves, and the timeout called by Steve Nash. And Durant is helped to his feet by his head coach. 119-106. Nets 3:31 to play. Game. Michael Grady, Frank Isola, highlights, analysis, player reactions. We'll hear from the head coach, Steve Nash. It's all coming up after the game here on Yes 2. Nets at 3.1 on the clock. Steve Nash wanted to bail his team out, even though it looked like Durant was going to save it. But now they'll try to execute with Irving. Missed it from three-point territory, cleared by Craig. 3:16 to play here in the fourth quarter. Nets have been up by as many as 16. Booker over Griffin, no good. Rebounded by Durant, his sixth. Griffin gets a touch, and a foul is called. Paul bodying up Kevin Durant. And they are over the limit. Seen a lot of Paul defending Durant here this afternoon.
And a lot of bodying and physicality to go along with it. You've seen frustration on the part of Phoenix, just trying to do everything they can to put pressure on this Nets offense. Brooklyn just continues to keep making the right plays. The quickness of which they're moving the basketball has allowed them a lot of these quality looks, and you got shot makers like they do. It's tough.
It's 3 fouls on Chris Paul, and that's 30 points for Kevin Durant. He's going to sweep the 10th Man of the Year voting. Paul, a three. Loose ball foul, staying right here. Did Jeff Green go over the top? It is. Green.
All right, watch Jeff Green's left arm get locked in with Craig off this play. And, yeah, you see the wrap from behind as well.
It's up. Green with 10 points and a couple of major dunks. The highlight reel continues to grow for Uncle Jeff. Craig scored over 2,000 career points in the Atlantic Sun Conference with University of South Carolina Upstate, the Spartans. 121 to 108. Durant, isolation. Fadeaway, rims out. 8 in the board. Booker advances quickly, and Durant gets a piece of it. Irving, the vision. Harris, the finish, and the foul. There's the transition game from Brooklyn.
And it took a while for the Nets to get going on the fast break, but starts at the defensive end. Kevin Durant, for all the things he brings to the table, that length and defensive prowess is certainly welcome. And then the quick get ahead. Look at Joe Harris, run on the weak side, strong filling the lanes, and strong on his finish. Not only get the bucket and get himself to the free throw line.
So Joe Harris, another double-digit scoring effort. Nets are now up to 17 fast break points. And it's 124 to 108. Just over 2 minutes to play. Booker hunting, gets it to go. Booker was looking for a foul on Griffin. Devin Booker has 36 points. Kyrie has 34. Irving against Paul. Drives. Missed it. Paul the board. Gets it back from Bridges with 1:40 to play. Paul lines it up. Bottom for three. 124 to 113. Durant has logged 27 minutes. Irving has played 34. That's taken the air out of the ball. 12 to shoot. Irving behind the back. Green doesn't take the jumper. Instead drives in. The sweeping hook doesn't go. Final minute and change. Ball against Griffin, puts him on his backside and banks it in. Former teammates in LA, and a foul given. And now they're going to empty the bench. Chris Paul, you know it's personal. It's a 9-point game with 1 minute to go.
Well, I'm curious because those individuals have been standing at the scorer's table waiting to get in the last few possessions, and the Nets have missed some shots. You come away with some buckets. So I was curious if Monty Williams might potentially change his mind.
They are playing the Knicks tomorrow night, so it's the front end of a back-to-back. Obviously, they don't have to travel anywhere.
This has been a tough, though, trip for Phoenix. I mean, think about the fact they had that bad loss to the Celtics, but that previous night, a very emotional, tough win at Philadelphia. Now you talk about the back-to-back they're in, and a little bit of a gauntlet here for some of the top Eastern Conference teams.
Nets have gone over 120 for the 30th time in 61 games this season.
30-plus assists for the 22nd time this year. I mean, the way they've shared the basketball to help create those big point production numbers is something.
Craig finishes 125 to 117 with 48 seconds left. Suns aren't fouling. And the Nets will get to the finish line here against Phoenix and sweep the Suns. Durant gets to the rim for two. 32 points for KD, and Kevin Durant will head to the free throw line.
Just absolutely lethal. The handles and works his way to the basket. I will say I still don't like seeing him hit the ground at this point.
Yeah.
But it is a reminder of why Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players in the world. I mean, he came in and just played his game and went about his business and put up 32 points already, 12 of 21 from the field. I mean, how he seemingly does it with such ease is crazy.
Tack on another. Kyrie Irving exits with 34 points and 12 assists. The line on Durant is 33 points in 28 minutes. Counting down to the final seconds here. Ball fake. Craig gives it up. Jalen Smith, the Maryland product, can't convert. And a foul is called on the inside with 9.7. So Torrey Craig will head to the free throw line. Kyrie Irving will get the earring back in the lobe.
Have you ever had any earrings?
Yeah, I did. Senior year of high school, yeah. Spring break.
I assume in one of your ears. I didn't know if a nose ring was your thing,
Well,
tongue ring.
You didn't ask, but okay, now that you're at, yeah, it was in my ear. Yes.
How long did you have it? Was it a stud? Was it a hoop?
Stud. I had it a year and a half.
Do you still have a mark or a hole?
Yeah, I think if you searched.
Oh, we're gonna search.
Yeah.
One day we're gonna get the camera in tight shot.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale. That was a bad decision.
Or a great one.
The Nets get it done against one of the best teams in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns. The Nets looking for that number one seed, maintain the top spot in the East. The Suns' hopes take a hit. The Nets are 21 games over 500, 41-20 on the season. The Suns dropped to 42-18, and the Nets just did the Clippers fans a favor with this win. DeAndre Jordan and Chris Paul, former teammates in LA, sharing a laugh and a moment, and now some deeper conversation. But this does open the door for the Clippers in the West, because now they're in a virtual tie with LA for the number 2 spot, 2 games behind the Utah Jazz. Let's send it over to Michael Grady.
All right, we're getting our headset set up. Blake Griffin getting the headset on.
Right
Blake, you got me?
I found you guys this time.
There you go. That's what we like to see. All right, what changed defensively in that fourth quarter where you guys tightened things up and got some separation?
We just started sitting down and playing better defense in the half court. We also took care of the ball on the offensive end, so they had to take the ball out of the basket. First half we gave them 12 more shots than we got. So
quality for Blake Griffin. Whatever it takes. That's the approach. The Land Rover drives of the game, Sarah.
That was a beautiful
Again, you look at the windup, the impact, and the follow through. You can see them going either direction with this.
We'll build a new playground at Violet LaPlante Park in Astoria. A chance for the Blazers here, Lamar, to put some more points on the board while the clock is stopped.
Dirk, 2 shots.
First one's out for Nurkic. He's got 12 points, 17 rebounds, second consecutive game. 17 rebounds for Nurk. And the first time in Nurk's career that he's had back-to-back games of 15-plus rebounds. So sitting next to Enes Kanter, to rub off on Yusuf Nurkic.
You watch Enes and how he gets it done all the time. You can learn some things. Nurk was already really good.
Obviously, threes are big, but you feel like one would go a long way for the Blazers. And Lillard dials it up.
Here you go. On this end of the floor, this is what will win you the game. Got to be locked in the remaining 3 minutes.
Blazers trail by 8. Anderson waiting for the offense to develop. Valanciunas back out to Allen. The pump fake from Allen. He's off on the 3, but Anderson right there for the rebound and the putback. Anderson doing so many little things well for the Grizzlies this afternoon. 14 and 6. Lillard, another 3, back iron, but beats Brooks to the ball. Lillard trapped. McCollum sees an opening. Covington, the pump fake. I think that one was deflected as Valanciunas wrestles away with the ball. Allen still hunting for a 3. Nurk now with 18 boards.
2 minutes in the game.
Less than 2 minutes left. Blazers got to hustle. Lillard driving, trying to go up. Lots of contact. Grizzlies with numbers up top, and Covington breaks it up.
The Grizzlies got a little greedy, trying to throw that lob in transition. That's putting it on the platter for Rocco, who is as good as anyone in the league off the ball, making those kind of plays in space.
Here's Morant trying to elevate, gets twisted in midair, and now whistled on the Blazers. If it's on Norman Powell, it's his 6th.
Rocco breaks that ball up, and Norman is looking for somebody. He's looking at Dame. Dame points to CJ. He said, go to him if you can't get it to me. And the decision pays off.
That was whistled on Yusuf Nurkic. 2 free throws for Morant as he rolls them in. Morant now up to 24 points. Just 8 fast break points in the second half for the Grizzlies. So the Blazers making that adjustment at halftime. Morant splits a pair. Blazers trail by 8, under a minute 30 left. Powell trying to hustle. Powell changes hands, finishes with the left.
That's a great set the Blazers do off of free throws. You put Dame in one corner, CJ in the other, and the ball handler, as Norman, can choose either side, receive a screen, and then attack.
Blazers got to get a stop and can't foul. Brooks barely handles the pass. He tried the jumper off the back iron. Another chance for Portland, trailing by 6. 1 minute left here at home.
And one.
Nurkic fouled and one for Portland.
There's that screen roll. Once again, you got to pick your poison. Are you going to stop the league's third leading scorer? The answer is normally yes. Damian Lillard's 28.5 points a game will draw 2 defenders and enable him to now go to the assist game.
Nurk, one shot. Nurkic, a brief conference with Powell and Lillard before he steps to the free throw line. And Nurk, a huge three-point play. Blazers trail by 3. 55 seconds left. Both teams in the penalty. Lillard readies a defensive stance. Blazers try to blitz Morant. Allen forced to make a decision. Allen, Powell with the steal. Powell in the open court. Here's Lillard up and under, blocked by Brooks. They're going to whistle at Blazer ball.
Take a look at it. Under 2 minutes. That's the time the trigger is prompted if there's any doubt on the play. Dame with a quick attack. Both Morant and Brooks go up to try to get this. And was that off of Brooks' knee?
The prior out of bounds play is under review. The ruling on the floor is Portland basketball.
So it looks like it might have gone off the knee of Brooks. One more look because Lillard went crashing to the floor after this. And I'm looking at the facial expression of Brooks and that brief look of frustration on his face as he couldn't get the rebound after the block. How about the Blazers? Able to make this a one-possession game. 35 seconds left. Unfortunately, Lamar, they've got 14 seconds to work with if they get it on the baseline, not the 2.9 or the 2.1 they had the other game.
Yes, but also you don't want to use all 14. You're in 2-for-1 territory right now. So this is a perfect chance for the Blazers to try to execute again what they attempted to in Friday's game. A high-low, get it down to Nurk will give you both a quality look and it will allow you to do so in limited time. It's an optimal look right now for the Blazers.
Fans, since the Blazers hit 100 points, the McDonald's 100-point play has been activated. You can score free 6-piece chicken McNuggets tomorrow from your locally owned and operated McDonald's. Be sure to download the McDonald's app now. 6 of the last 8 games between the Blazers and Grizzlies have come down to single digits, and for Portland, doing all that they can to shake a 4-game home losing streak, in which those 4 games have been decided by a combined 5 points. This is NBA record. One more look.
We're getting word. Sounds like they're also looking to see if the ball hit the rim. Ooh, I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either. Because if that ball hit the rim right around the time Brooks blocked it.
But if you're the Blazers, you don't need a whole lot of time anyway right now. You're trying to go 2-for-1 here.
So Ed Malloy still on the headsets trying to sort this out. And a huge Portland trailing the Mavericks by half game for the 6th spot. That clearly goes off the left knee of Brooks.
After replay review, the call on the floor stands. It's Portland basketball.
So Blazer ball with 18 on the shot clock, but as you mentioned, it's less about the shot clock and more about the game clock. Portland trying to get a 2-for-1 you're down one possession.
It doesn't necessarily have to be Nurk down low, but you look for a quick hit hitter, a screen, the screener type of play. Dame and CJ both more than capable of catching, putting the ball on the floor in a quick fashion if necessary.
It's a 15-3 run for the Blazers at the moment. Nurkic trying to get open. Powell down court. Morant intercepts the pass, and Covington quickly fouls Morant.
Jordan, it looks like they're trying to get it to Nurk. So a little bit of dummy action, meaning some screens just to get the defense moving early on. And then Norman, he was eyeing Nurk the whole time. The problem, that angle right there, Kyle Anderson can now be a part of the play. So he can sit in there, take away Norman's passing lane, and there really was no way for him to get that ball down to Nurk.
And Morant, despite his size, a terrific leaper. So rising up to intercept that. Sends him to the line. First one's good. So it's a two-possession game with under 35 seconds left to play. That 2-for-1 still in play, of course, for Portland.
Yeah, they have to go quick regardless.
Both free throws good. Lillard, ball in hand. Trying to get a high screen from Nurkic. Powell. He's got to hustle his way to the cup, and Morant blocks it. Ball drops. The Blazers trail by 3 with 25.8 left. 1.8 second differential between shot and game clock for the Grizzlies. Timeout Memphis. They lead. Timeout Memphis. They lead by 3. Powell with the quick answer down the floor. Blazers here in the fourth quarter trying.
Big man finishing. And then that last basket from Norm. Strong take. Morant makes a good play on this. Gets the hand over that ball. Was able to get that thing to drop.
Couple fast break points this quarter between the Blazers and Grizzlies. Portland with 16 fast break points this quarter. Grizzlies with 0.
Two things for the Blazers. There was a sense of urgency. You got to score quick. Time was running out on them. And then also they got the stops to allow the fast break points to happen.
So, Lamar, what are the Blazers thinking defensively here? Because there's only 1.8 left between shot clock and game clock. Grizzlies can milk this clock and not leave the Blazers much time left.
There's got to be a lot of aggression here from the Blazers, I think, defensively, because it's one of those things, if you let this thing run to the end and they get a shot, you're one offensive rebound away from losing. So with 2 timeouts, you can foul quickly.
Oh. So Morant fouled in the backcourt.
I know what you were thinking. I didn't know if that whistle blew.
You couldn't hear it, but it was nearly an over and back, but the whistle was blown. That'll send Morant to the free throw line. He's 7 for 10 from the line this afternoon. Morant on the season, 73%, and Portland looking to extend the game here because you're hoping that the Grizzlies can miss some free throws down the stretch. That's something they didn't do on Friday late in the game.
The Blazers have both timeouts.
This one's good for Morant. Morant now tying McCollum for the game high with 27 points. He's got 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Reigning Rookie of the Year. Hits them both. Blazers inbound it. Lillard looks to put it down the floor. Pair of screens. Lillard trying to shake Morant. Lillard, long step back 3. It's short. McCollum gets the loose ball. McCollum trying to fire it to Powell. Allen with the steal. He is quickly fouled.
In those situations, it always favors the defense because they know what kind of shots you're going for. They know the Blazers are seeking a 3. So they're able to, completely set their defense above the three-point line. They can switch everything, because they don't fear a drive. So they're not worried about a mismatch. It's all about just being out there to match up and be attached to a shooter beyond the three-point line.
Norman Powell.
Anthony Simons checks in for Norman Powell, who fouls out with 17 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Grayson Allen, one from the free-throw line here this afternoon. Gives the Grizzlies a 6-point lead and a chance to make it a 3-possession game on this next shot. Lead is now 7 for Memphis. McCollum hustles down the floor, trying to shake Brooks, flips it to Lillard. Lillard, a 3. The Grizzlies will come into Moda and take both games from the Blazers. Final in this one, 120-113. Memphis with 5 players in double figures, led by Ja Morant, 28 points. For the Blazers, 5 players in double figures also. McCollum with 27, Lillard with 23. Yusuf Nurkic, 16 points, 19 rebounds. Comeback falls short for Portland. They trimmed the lead to as little as 2 midway through the fourth quarter, but the Grizzlies, it's too much down the stretch. Now the race in the Western Conference tightens up as the Grizzlies move even closer to the Blazers in the standings. Another competitive one here in Moda will wrap it up. Set the stage for the upcoming road trip for Portland.
Thank you for following our COVID safety policies this afternoon. As you exit your sitting location, please follow the marked pathways throughout the arena. Continue to wear your mask and maintain social distancing by keeping 6 feet apart from other guests and staff. Thank you once again for your assistance, doing your part to keep Rip City healthy. Trailblazers' next game is on the road. Trailblazers start a 6-game road trip with a stop in Indiana to face the Pacers. That'll be Tuesday, April 27th. Tip-off at 4 our time. Tune into NBC Sports Northwest to see all the action. Or dial up Rip City Radio to hear Travis Demers and Michael Holt on the call. Next home game is until Friday, May 7th against the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip-off 7 o'clock. Till then, this is Mark Mason saying, thanks again for coming, everybody. Have a good day.